Last night, after nearly 5 years, I finally did it. I finally 100%ed Batman Arkham Knight. Not just the story, not just the side missions, not just the Riddler trophies, everything. Every AR challenge, every most wanted mission, every achievement that most players take one look at and quietly decide they're not worth the stress. And for years this game's haunted me. Not metaphorically, but literally. It stayed installed on my console long after I'd stopped playing it, not because I was coming back to it, but because uninstalling it felt like admitting defeat. Arkham Asylum, I 100%ed that a long time ago. Arkham City, still unfinished, but hopefully one day soon. But Arkham Knight was unfinished business. So in this video, I want to do two things. First, I want to do a full deep dive retrospective on Batman Arkham Knight, the story, the gameplay, the combat, stealth, Gotham, the Batmobile, villains, side content, AR challenges, DLC, everything. And second, I want to talk about what it actually feels like to come back to a game years later, push through the hardest achievements, unlock challenges with a 0.06% completion rate on Xbox, and finally see that 100% pop. Because Arkham Knight isn't just a game you finish, it's a game that asks you how far you're really willing to go. Batman Arkham Knight is the conclusion to Rocksteady's Arkham trilogy, a series that didn't just succeed, it redefined superhero games. Before Arkham Asylum, licensed games were mostly disposable. After Arkham Asylum, Batman became the blueprint. Arkham Asylum was tight, claustrophobic and focused, a horror game wearing a superhero costume. Arkham City expanded that formula into a dense, open sandbox full of side stories and player freedom. Arkham Knight was Rocksteady going all in. Bigger map, more systems, more mechanics, more enemies, more gadgets, more pressure. And that ambition is exactly why the game is so divisive. Because Arkham Knight doesn't just want you to play it, it wants you to master it. And nowhere is that clearer than when you attempt to 100% it. At its core, Arkham Knight is a story about fear. Scarecrow doesn't want to defeat Batman physically, he wants to expose him. He wants Gotham City to see the Batman break. From the opening moments, the game establishes a city on edge, abandoned, flooded with fear toxin, and under siege by an organised militia that knows exactly how Batman operates. But the real narrative strength comes from what's happening inside Bruce Wayne's head. The Joker hallucinations are one of Rocksteady's boldest narrative choices, and one of their smartest. Joker isn't just comic relief here, he's intrusive, he mocks your mistakes, questions your decisions, and laughs when things go wrong. He represents the part of Batman that can't let go. And then there's the Arkham Knight himself, a character whose identity isn't exactly subtle, but whose meaning is far more important than the reveal. The Arkham Knight represents Batman's past failures made manifest. Someone who knows his tactics, his rules, and his limits. This is a game about consequences. Every villain, every side mission, every fear-toxing sequence reinforces the idea that Batman's war on crime leaves scars on Gotham and on himself. Arkham Knight's combat system is the most refined in the entire series, and also the most unforgiving. Free-flow combat has been expanded in every direction. You've got fear takedowns, environmental interactions, multi-enemy counters, team-up moves, and enemy types specifically designed to punish bad habits. Button mashing simply doesn't work anymore. Enemies interrupt combos, counter your strikes, they force you to think. And if you're aiming for 100%, the game makes absolutely sure you understand that system inside and out. AR combat challenges demand perfect combo management, 0 hits taken, efficient gadget usage, and complete situational awareness at all times. This isn't Flash for spectacle's sake, this is Rocksteady saying if you want everything, you're gonna have to earn it. Predator encounters have always been Arkham's secret weapon, and in Arkham Knight they're at their most demanding. Enemies adapt, they destroy gargoyles, use drones, they jam detective mode, and they actively hunt you. Later challenges strip away your safety nets entirely. No gargoyles, no detective vision, limited gadgets, and 0 room for error. Stealth in Arkham Knight stops being about hiding and becomes about control. You're not sneaking through rooms, you're dismantling them. Achievements like What the Butler Saw, for example, don't just test skill, they test patience, planning, and execution. This is Batman at his most methodical. Gotham in Arkham Knight is the largest the series has ever seen, but more importantly, it feels designed, not bloated. Each island has a distinct identity. Miyagani's verticality encourages gliding and rooftop traversal. Bleak Island feels chaotic and exposed. Founders Island is industrial, hostile, and heavily fortified. Even though the city is evacuated, it never feels empty. Militia patrols roam the streets, drones fill the skyline, checkpoints divide districts. You're not just protecting Gotham, you're reclaiming it, inch by inch. And when you're going for 100%, you feel every inch of that city. We have to talk about the Batmobile. Yes, it's overused. Yes, tank battles are forced too often. But mechanically, the Batmobile is phenomenal. The weight, the handling, the transformation between pursuit mode and battle mode, when it works, it really works. Puzzle integration is clever, Riddler challenges are genuinely inventive, and combat requires precision, timing, and positioning. The issue isn't the Batmobile itself, it's just how frequently the game insisted you use it. But that said, if you are going for 100%, complaining stops mattering. You don't just learn the Batmobile, you master it. Arkham Knight's side missions are some of the strongest in the trilogy. Professor Pig is disturbing and memorable. Two-Face feels classic and grounded. Firefly is pure spectacle, and Riddler is Riddler. Completing the Most Wanted list is a mandatory, activity for true completion, and it culminates in the Nightfall Protocol. This isn't filler content. These stories reinforce the game's central theme. Batman's job does not end until everything is dealt with. And when you're chasing 100%, you understand that on a deeper level than most players ever will. This is the point where Arkham Knight breaks people. AR challenges are brutal. Achievements are merciless. Requiem for a Killer. The curtain falls. The chill in the air. These aren't play the game achievements. These are prove you've mastered the game achievements, and for years these stopped me. I'd come back, try a few, fail, give up, and walk away. Arkham Knight sat installed, untouched, because I knew what was waiting for me. Until recently something changed. I slowed down, I practiced, I stopped rushing, and slowly, one by one, they finally unlocked. Arkham Knight's DLC is stronger than it often gets credit for. The Batgirl expansion is excellent, character episodes expand the world meaningfully, challenge maps push skill ceilings even higher. They don't just add content, they add context. The Batgirl expansion being a little prequel was really cool, and I personally thoroughly enjoyed Red Hood's mini DLC as well, by far my favourite. He is my favourite character of the entire Bat family, not including Batman himself. Last night, it finally happened. The last achievement popped. 100%. Achievements unlocked that only 0.06% of players on Xbox have ever earned. And the feeling wasn't excitement, it was relief. Arkham Knight stopped being unfinished business taunting me on my console. I can finally uninstall it, knowing I left nothing undone. And honestly, that makes it one of the most satisfying completions I've ever achieved. And that's my video on Batman Arkham Knight, the end to one of the arguably best superhero trilogies we've had, video game wise. I literally have had the game on my Xbox for years, and the last achievement I unlocked was back in 2022, and then that's when there's a massive gap, because I just left it on my... It's been installed since then, and it was only a couple of days ago that I finally started wrapping up the few things I had left, which was the Curtain Falls, the Chill in the Air, a couple of other miscellaneous achievements, but those are the two infamous ones. I already managed to get Requiem for a Killer back in 2022, which is another, if you know the game, you know it's another infamous achievement. And it was nerve-wracking, hair-pulling, frustrating as well at times, but I finally got the 100%, and it is just pure relief. It's a phenomenal game. But my god, does it make you work for the 100%? Like, the Arkham games do not fuck about. If you want the 100%, you've got to, like, proper learn the game. Back to front, up, down, left, right, like, reverse. You've got to know everything. The fun news is, though, 100%ing it, and I'm making the video, I need footage, which gives me an excuse to play through the game, the main game, one more time. Which I'm more than happy to do. I'm really excited, actually, because I haven't played the actual main story for ages, so it'll be nice to start a fresh save. And I'm just going to play through it and gather a bunch of footage, and that's my excuse to play it again. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the video. You know, leave a like if you enjoyed, drop a comment, you know, let me know what your favourite Arkham game is and why. You know, let me know if you've got some of these, you know, notorious achievements, if you've 100%ed this one or all three. Things like that. You know, if you enjoyed the videos, subscribe. I drop a video every single Friday, same time every week, and we have shorts running throughout the week as well. But yeah, first proper video of 2026, and we're starting with Batman, which is a good feeling, because I really enjoyed this game. Like I said, it was nerve-wracking and hair-pulling at times, and I had to proper work for the 100%. But truly one of my most proud completions to date. I'm really chuffed that I managed to do it. So, I'm going to leave it on that note. Much love as always, guys. Thanks for the support. Take care, have a good one, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye for now.